Hello, I'm Tanner, a natural bodybuilder who is also getting into philosophy, and this will be my second attempt making this video because I just finished the first one and then I was watching back the footage and the mic was awful for some reason. So let's pray that doesn't happen again. Anyway, what I want to talk about today is the question of what is philosophy, which, if you didn't watch yesterday's video, this all spurred from a debate I was having with someone in my comment section who he essentially had told me that I shouldn't be referencing modern works. I shouldn't be referencing things like anime and manga because because they're not teaching me the foundations of philosophy and I'm missing them. And I had disagreed with him, right? Because I'll get into it. Okay, so the question is, what is philosophy? Literally, Google defines it as the rational study of fundamental questions about existence, knowledge, values, and reason, and the mind. Plato says it's the acquisition of knowledge. Aristotle says a science which discovers the real nature of supernatural events. Right? Or we're picking up what I'm putting down here. Like it's kind of a wide range of things that is somewhat hard to define, but it's many things to many people, right? But like we have a general gist of the idea of what it's supposed to be, right? We're good there? Okay. So now, what is philosophy to me? Philosophy is the way you choose to explore life, morals, and thought. Philosophy is, to me, the way in which you choose to approach life, the way you choose to explore everything, right? The way you think, the way you act, the way you interact with each other, with others, everything. That is your philosophy. That is what it means to think philosophically to me, right? From my perspective, philosophy is a way to expand on my faith, right? I've been very honest. I've been very open about the fact that I'm a Christian. To me, philosophy is a way to expand on that, right? Which is why I'm a big fan of Stoicism, because I believe that a lot of Stoic values align with the same values I try to uphold as a man of God, right? There are a few that aren't quite there. Like I'm pretty sure Stoicism is very anti-God, right? It's a very secular philosophy, but it's because it attempts to uphold the same values that I do find some value in it, right? And then the foundations are only as important as you make them, right? So in this debate I had with this guy in the comment section, he was like, I don't think Vinland Saga is teaching you, about secular humanism or deontology, I believe is the word he said, and he is correct. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna pretend to know what those things are. I don't. Right? One day, I hope I will, because I do believe that the foundations are important. Right? Because those foundations are only important as you make them. Because at the end of the day, right? I believe it is important to know what Plato said, to know what Aristotle said, to understand the gist of Stoicism, right? Of deontology, whatever that is. It's important to know those things. I do believe that, right? But those are the foundations, right? The foundation that we are meant to build off of. Because it's not just about what Plato said. It's not just about Stoicism. It is about taking what they said, interpreting it in your own way, and and philosophize. That's not a word, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like understanding and interpreting and thinking philosophically for yourself, right? Know what they said because it might help you along to understand the way you want to think and the morals you believe in and the way you want to interact with others, stuff like that, right? It might help you along, but at the end of the day, it is your life with your philosophy and your views, your beliefs. It it can't just be about what they said and what they thought and what they said was morally correct and incorrect. It has to be about the way you interpret those things and then creating your own thoughts based off of that, right? The foundations are the foundations for a reason. because we can build off of those, but they aren't everything, right? They aren't us. They aren't our philosophy in itself. At least I don't believe they should be. I would just like to state one more time, I'm not discrediting any of that. I think you should know what Plato says. Just create your own thoughts with it. And another thing is that I think we can look for philosophical thoughts in everything we do, right? To again reference the debate I had, talking about how I shouldn't be referencing modern works of art, essentially what they are to me. Like Vinland Saga, I talked about The Boys yesterday, right? These different mediums of art, but why wouldn't we? If you see something in a show, in a song, in a movie, whatever, and you're like, that made me think, that changed the way I view life, that changed the way I view morals, that changed the way I view others, right? That is philosophy. That is what philosophy is, right? It's making you think. It's making you change the way you have thought to the way you can think now, right? Why would you? I don't understand why you wouldn't look for philosophical thoughts throughout everything, right? The last thing I've written down here is just philosophy can be all around us if you let it. Don't get too caught up in what others said, and instead create your own thoughts. Once again, Plato, Aristotle, fill in the blank with your favorite philosopher. What they said is important, but it will never be as important as your own thoughts, your own philosophies, right? Right? Don't just repeat what you've heard. Create your own thoughts and your own views. You will get a lot farther in life that way, and you will grow a lot more as a person that way, whenever you're thinking with your own head and not just words you read on a page. That might sound a little hypocritical coming from a Christian. I realize how that sounds now, but I digress. Anyway, it'll be, well, first off, let's hope that this video actually worked this time. And second off, it'll be chest day as far as the gym vlog goes. So I will see y'all there. Thank you. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.